Mashion. My name's Noor Xarmina, and I'm your recently crowned Miss Universe Pakistan 2024. This morning, I'm going to walk you through my skincare routine that I do. Okay, so first up, I'm going to do a sheet mask, and I love getting sheet masks from Japan. I learned in Tokyo when I visited a few summers ago that they do this every morning and every night. I just do it every morning. Here goes, guys, for the horror stories. Here we are. So I guess Japanese women have smaller faces than me, which is why this doesn't fit perfectly. So basically I would leave this in for about 10 minutes and put a timer on. Okay, so from my understanding, this has a soothing effect because it's very cool on the skin, and it has some extracts from pomegranate, which just helps brighten any scars or that kind of thing. So I keep this on for 10 minutes, and then there's a little bit of a glow. I don't know if you can see it on camera. Yeah, okay, so once that's done, you let it probably dry for 5 minutes. And then you just add on top of this layer. Some people actually think you have to wash this off. For at least these masks, you don't, you leave it on. Okay, so next I use a hyaluronic acid just to set my skin. Let me just give you a bit of background while I walk through this complicated skincare routine. So I kind of grew up all over the place because of my parents' work. We started off in the US. I lived in Virginia for a while, and then we moved to South Africa. I came back to Pakistan for 3rd through 6th grade. And then I went to Romania and Bucharest. Then it was Dubai. And after that, it was Singapore, Canada, the UK for 8 years, and then I lived in Portugal for around a year and a half during COVID, which was probably the best time of my life. Yeah, so that's kind of where I grew up, and now I'll walk you through the next step. So once your hyaluronic acid is setting in, I again leave this for 30 seconds to a minute. Then I add this really yummy thing called skin mucin. This just feels really good on the skin, and it basically sets another layer of hydration and preps your skin for the next step. So I would apply this very generously. Also, I was told a long time ago to tap products onto my skin instead of actually massage it into your skin, because that prevents wrinkles forming. So it takes me a little longer to apply products. Here we are. Okay, so while we let the skin mucin set in, I'll just keep giving you a little more background about my life story. Yeah, so I lived in London for 8 years because I moved there to study biology for my bachelor's degree. And I chose to study biology because we lived in South Africa for a while, and I became obsessed with going to safari parks. And so I just wanted to keep learning about Earth, and then that went into microbiology, so it was super interesting. And then I dabbled in modeling a bit in London. I did London Fashion Week a few times, and then I went to London Business School to take a master's in management, as one does after modeling for a year. By the way, now I'm gonna apply this thing called an EUK serum, and it's basically an antioxidant formula, and it kind of just brightens the skin. I would say you can do this in the morning or in the night. It depends on your skin type. I do this in the morning because I'm lazier in the evening, and I just probably put 3 drops on. Got one, yeah. Yeah, so after I went to business school, I decided to work in tech and finance, so I started working in venture capital. And for those of you who aren't aware about that industry, we basically invest in early stage technology companies that we think have the power to change the world and also make a big return on our investment. So my job was kind of trying to find the next Facebook, but obviously there's so many different use cases for different software companies. So yeah, that's what I was doing in London for a while, and then I've always kind of known I wanted to be an actor, but I was too afraid to pursue that path because it seemed really risky and just kind of crazy, no one really does that. But I left my career and I went to this school called Lambda in London. It's one of the oldest drama schools in the world, and I had an amazing time. I went to summer school, realized that I am truly obsessed with becoming an actor, and then I moved to Pakistan in October last year after 10 years of being away. And yeah, since then I've basically just been modeling and doing auditions and working on my Urdu, and here we are. By the way, our next step is a nice hydrating moisturizer. Yeah, so I use a lighter cream in the morning, and then I'll use like a heavier moisturizer in the evening. And if you have eye cream as well, you could just add this on during this step. So I started caring about skincare when I went to Tokyo in 2018. I was actually staying with a model over there, friend of a friend, and she, oh my God, her skincare routine was just inspiring. It was very complicated, and she was 30 at the time, and her skin was flawless. And I was just observing that in Tokyo, a lot of girls spend a lot of time and invest a lot of money in their skincare. And I could see the results. It was totally worthwhile. So that's kind of what inspired me going to East Asia and just observing. And yeah, I think like my mom is also pretty like natural. She doesn't wear a lot of makeup and always encourages me to take care of like the base beauty, as she calls it. And then once your skin looks good, you don't really need makeup. So that's kind of where the inspiration comes in having a 9-step skincare routine. Also because I model, there's constantly so much product on my face, so I really want to make sure it's like hydrated and rested. Obviously the key ingredient I'm not showing you here is a lot of water. I drink like a lot of water every day. So here we have our moisturizing step done. We're almost done. Okay, so now I've moisturized my skin. It's almost prepped, and just to seal the deal, I always add a sunblock. So I add like a 50 SPF sunblock. I try to find brands that have like no sort of tint or texture. You want to find something light. Obviously find something that suits your skin type. This I apply very generously. And also, I totally forgot to mention this, apply all of your, I would recommend you apply all of your skincare products on your neck. I actually learned that as well when I went to China. My friend's mom was like, the biggest giveaway of aging is if you just take care of your face and your neck shows like lines or creases or dryness. So it's often like a forgotten section. So just definitely like do everything you're doing to your face to your neck. That's what I've been told. Okay, so now I'm protected against the sun, and also, I mean, I'm exposed to a lot of harsh light at work, but I would say because, you know, the things we're experiencing with climate change, the effect of the UV rays is getting even stronger. So this may not have been as important 100 years ago, and it's much, much more important to wear sunblock now. So never forget that step. If I don't have time to do all of this, I will always, always have sunblock on my face. That is like a non-negotiable for me. Okay, so I've finished my skin prep now, and just to continue my life story. So after moving to Pakistan in October, I started modeling, and in May, I randomly met Erica on a shoot, and she was the one who encouraged me to apply for Miss Universe Pakistan. I had no idea it was even taking place, so it was very last minute for me. And then when they invited me to come to the Maldives, I was super stoked. All the girls there were so nice, made so many friends, and I'm really excited to represent you guys in Mexico in November. If I have to just run out and I don't have time to do makeup, I actually don't really wear makeup. So the only makeup I would really want to put on my face is a little bit of tint, just so I look like I've been in the sun. I love a tan. I don't know if you can tell, but I've been trying to tan all summer. Okay, so I'll just use a tint. This is a tint that you can use like on your skin, on your lips. I use it on my eyes, just use it everywhere. This one's pretty intense, so I'm just gonna put a very little amount on. And then I just use my fingers for everything because I just feel like it just sets everything in really well. You can even put a little bit on your nose if you want. Now it looks like there's some blood flow in my face. So I'll do the tint. I'll even add a little bit on my lips, actually. Yeah, so I've done the tint. Okay, so after the tint is done, if I have time, this takes a little bit more time for me because I'm not very good at it yet. I love to wear like eyelashes, like fake eyelashes, but not a full set. Like I'll cut it in half and just do it on the corners because it just immediately lifts my eyes and I look awake. So let's give it a go. So I've already cut them, so usually they're not cut, and that's what takes me a little bit of time. So this is the lash. So the bit that has like the shorter lash is for the inner edge, and the longer the lash is for the outer edge, just in case you're confused. So what I'll do is like apply a little bit of glue and wait for it to dry for like 15 seconds. Once it's a little got a little texture and it's a bit gummy, and then just align the edge of this lash to your eyelashes and you're good to go. Here we go. Okay, so I will sometimes use a tweezer to like poke this and make sure it's stuck in. But yeah, this is it. And then it just adds like a little bit of a lift. And I don't really like using mascara. I prefer this, which is counterintuitive. I think usually people like it the other way around, but I prefer this. Okay, so I'm gonna do the right eyelash now. And again, the inner edge has the shorter lash and the outer edge has the longer lash. So I'll just like close my eye and align it. Okay, so I have managed to set it in place. So yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but I just feel like there's a little lift and I look more awake. So that's basically my routine every morning. It's super high maintenance for skin and super low maintenance for makeup and stuff. Just a quick message to all my ladies in Pakistan. I had never envisioned this career path for myself and had a lot of self-doubt. So I just want to say, if there's something you want to go after, please don't doubt yourself. Go for it, be bold and be brave, and build a really strong system of support around yourself with your friends, your family, mentors, and just go for it because anything is possible. I hope I can do you guys proud in Mexico in November. See you next time. Bye.